In this video, you'll learn how to create a Cloudflare tunnel step by step so you can securely expose a service from your network without opening ports to the internet. We'll start inside your Cloudflare dashboard. Once you've logged in, look at the navigation on the left-hand side. You're looking for the section called Zero Trust, which in some interfaces might also be labeled Cloudflare One. Go ahead and click that. This is where Cloudflare centralizes its security and access tools, including tunnels. After you've opened Zero Trust or Cloudflare One, you'll land in the main Zero Trust dashboard. Along the left menu, you'll see several categories. Find the one called Networks. This is where Cloudflare groups networking features like tunnels, private routing, and related options. Click on Networks, and then choose Tunnels from the submenu that appears. On the Tunnels page, you'll see a list of any tunnels you've already created, or it may be empty if this is your first time. To begin setting up a new one, look for the button that says Create a Tunnel and click it. This starts a guided process that will walk you through choosing your connector and setting up the tunnel configuration. Cloudflare will now ask you to choose the tunnel type or connector. Select the default option called Cloudflared. This is Cloudflare's lightweight daemon that runs on your server or device and maintains an outbound-only encrypted connection back to Cloudflare's network. Using Cloudflared means you don't need to open inbound firewall ports, which is one of the main security advantages of this approach. Next, you'll be prompted to give your tunnel a name. This name is just for your own reference inside the dashboard, so choose something that clearly describes the system or purpose of the tunnel. For example, you might call it Research Server if it will connect to a research environment, or Home Lab if you're exposing services from a lab network. The name doesn't need to match a host name or domain. It's just an internal label to help you keep things organized, especially once you have multiple tunnels. After naming the tunnel, Cloudflare will typically show you installation instructions tailored to your operating system. At this stage, you'll be downloading and installing the Cloudflare client on the machine that will host the tunnel. That might be a local server, a virtual machine, a container, or even a small single-board computer on your network. Make sure you install Cloudflare on the system that actually has network access to the service you want to expose through the tunnel. When you run the Cloudflare installer or commands provided in the dashboard, it will authenticate with Cloudflare and tie that instance of Cloudflare to the tunnel you just created. Follow the on-screen instructions carefully and keep an eye out for any prompts about logging in or confirming the tunnel in your browser. Once that's done, your new tunnel will appear as active in the tunnels page, and you'll be ready to move on to routing traffic through it, such as mapping a host name to an internal service. And that's the basic process. You go into Zero Trust or Cloudflare One, navigate to Networks, open Tunnels, create a new tunnel, choose the Cloudflare connector, give your tunnel a clear, descriptive name, and then install Cloudflare on the machine that will run the tunnel.